In this video, we will learn how to use the remainder theorem. If a polynomial function f of x is divided by x minus c, then according to remainder theorem, the remainder is equal to f of c. How can we do this? Think about this is our divisor, right? So what we're going to do, we'll take the divisor equals to 0 and find the value of x. So how can we find the value of x over here? We'll add the c on both sides. Once we add the c, the value of x is equal to c. Now we will plug in this value of x in the function that gives me f of c, and that is the remainder, and that is according to the remainder theorem. So find the remainder when a function f of x 3x cubed plus 4x squared minus 2x minus 15 is divided by x minus 2. So according to remainder theorem, the first thing which I'm going to do, I'm going to take this divisor x minus 2 and I'm going to put it equal to 0. Means I'm finding the 0 of the divisor. Now how to find the value of x? This 2 is in subtraction. Opposite of subtraction is addition. So I added 2 on both sides. It got cancelled. The value of x equals to 2. Now I'm going to plug in this value of 2 in this function over here at the place of x. So let's do this. So plug in x equals to 2. So what I got, f of 2, wherever is x, I got it 2, right? That's equals to 3 into 2 raised to the power 3 plus 4 into 2 squared minus 2 times 2 minus 15. Now what is 2 cube? 2 cube is 2 times 2 times 2, that is 8. Now that is 3 times 8 plus 4 times. Now what is 2 square? 2 square, that is 2 times 2, that gives you 4 minus 2 times 2, that is 4 minus 15. Solving it further, what is 8 times 3? That's 24. What is 4 times 4? That's 16 minus 4 minus 15. What's 24 plus 16? That's equals to 40. And what's negative 4 minus 15? That gives you negative 19. Now what's 40 minus 19? That gives you 21. So in this case, the remainder is 21. Now let's confirm this remainder by using the synthetic division. Now find the remainder when the same function is divided by x minus 2. Now whenever we are using synthetic division, we draw something like this. Inside we'll write the coefficient of the dividend. So the coefficient of x cube is 3. So first number is 3. The coefficient of x squared, that is 4. Coefficient of x, that's negative 2. And the constant term is negative 15. Now what number will go out? We'll switch its sign, or we'll find the 0 of this divisor. So this gives me 2. As everyone knows that the first number drops down as it is, so that comes out 3. Now we'll multiply the number in the bottom with the number on the side. So 3 times 2 gives you 6. We'll write it right below the next number. Add them up. What is 4 plus 6? That gives you 10. Now what is 10 times 2? That is 20, right under the next number. Now what's negative 2 plus 20? That gives me 18. Now I'll multiply 18 with the number on the side, that is 2. 18 times 2 gives me 36. Now 36 minus 15, that gives me 21. So the last number came out over here is the remainder, and this is exactly the same number we got when we did it using remainder theorem. That's 21. So that confirms that our answer is right. Now one more thing. I think you know that how to find the quotient here as well. The quotient here. So the highest power of x we are dividing in the dividend, that is x cube. And we are dividing with the highest power of x, which is in the divisor, that is x raised to the power 1. Now what is x cube over x raised to the power 1? When we have the same base, there is sign of division, we subtract the powers. Now we're going to subtract 3 minus 1. That's going to give me x squared. That goes along with the first number over here. That gives me 3x squared. The next number, 1 less power than the last one. That gives me 10x. And the next is the constant term, that is 18. So that is your quotient in this case. Let's take another example. In this case, we have the function f of x, 3x raised to power 4 plus 4x cubed plus 7x minus 8, and we need to find the remainder when we divide this with x plus 3. Now the first thing what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this divisor and put it equal to 0, subtract 3 from both sides because this is an addition. I want to get rid. The value of x equals to negative 3. Now what we need to do, I'll plug in this value of x in the function, right? So plug in x equals to negative 3. That gives me f of negative 3 is equals to 3 into negative 3 raised to the power 4 plus 4 into negative 3 raised to the power 3 plus 7 into negative 3 minus 8. Now 3 times, what's negative 3 raised to the power 4? That is negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. That's going to be 81. Now 4 times, what's negative 3 raised to power 3? That is negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. That is negative 27. What is 7 times negative 3? That's negative 21 minus 8. Solving it further. 3 times 81, that's 243. Now 4 times negative 27, that is negative 108 minus 21 minus 8. Now what's 243 minus 108? 200 minus 100, that's 100, and 43 minus 8, that gives me 35. Minus 21 minus 8 is still there. Now what is 135 minus 21? It's going to be 100. Now 35 minus 21 gives me 14 minus 8. Now what is 114 minus 8? That's 106. According to remainder theorem, 106 is the remainder when we divide this function f of x with x plus 3. Now we will confirm this answer by using the synthetic division. Same function, same divisor, x plus 3. For the synthetic division, first we'll draw something like this. Now inside we'll write the coefficient. The coefficient of x raised to power 4 is 3. The coefficient of x raised to power 3 is 4. Now there is no term containing x squared because we need to be in the standard form. As we do not have any term containing x squared, I'm writing the coefficient for x squared here as 0. The coefficient of x, that is 7, and the constant term is negative 8. We'll put this equal to 0 or we'll switch its sign. Now from plus 3 it becomes negative 3, so we wrote it out here. First number, just drop it down, that is 3. Now we'll multiply this 3 number in the bottom with the number on the side. So 3 times negative 3, that's negative 9. What's 4 minus 9? That is negative 5. Now we'll multiply negative 5 with the negative 3. That gives me 15. Now 0 plus 15 gives me 15. Now I'll multiply 15 with the negative 3. 15 times negative 3, that's negative 45. What's 7 minus 45? That's negative 38. Now I'm going to multiply negative 38 with the negative 3. That gives me 114. What is 114 minus 8? That is 106. And that is our remainder in this case. And that's exactly the remainder we got when we solved it using remainder theorem. Now you can make a choice which method is better for you. You want to do it according to the remainder theorem, or you want to do it according to the synthetic division. Synthetic division is a little bit better because it gives us the quotient along with the remainder. In this case, what is going to be the quotient? We are dividing the highest power of x, that is x raised to power 4, with the highest power of x, that is 1. Now same base sign of division will subtract 4 minus 1, that gives with 3. That goes with the number right here. So the first term in the quotient is 3x cubed. Next we have one smaller power of x, 5x squared. That's even smaller power of x, that is 15x, and that's negative 38. So that is your quotient. But what about this problem? Now the divisor, the leading coefficient, is not 1. In this case, I would suggest you to apply remainder theorem because it's going to be easier. So first of all, we'll put the divisor equals to 0. Now we want to get rid of this 1 which is in subtraction. Opposite is addition. I got 2x equals to 1. 2 is in multiply. What should I do? Divide by 2 on both sides, and I got a value of x as 1 over 2. Now I'm going to plug in this value over here in this whole expression. So x equals to 1 over 2, which I'm going to plug. This gives me f of 1 over 2 is equals to 2 into 1 over 2 raised to power 3 minus 4 into 1 over 2 square plus 6 into 1 over 2 minus 8. So now what is 1 over 2 cube? That is 1 over 2 times 1 over 2 times 1 over 2. So 1 times 1 times 1 gives me 1. 2 times 2 times 2 gives me 8. So I can write here 1 over 8. Now what is 1 over 2 squared? That is 1 over 2 times 1 over 2. That gives me 1 times 1 is 1 in the numerator and 2 times 2 4 in the denominator. What is 6 times half? Or in simple words, I can cross out 2 and 6. That gives me 3. Minus 8 is still there. Now what is 4 times 1 over 4? So I can cross out this 4 with the 4, which gives me 1. Now 2 and 8, that can also be simplified. 2 goes into 8 4 times, so it gives me 1 over 4 minus 1 plus 3 minus 8. These three terms are integers, so we can combine them. Now what is negative 1 plus 3? That is 2, and 2 minus 8, that is 6. So this is 1 over 4 minus 6. Now in the denominator here we have 1, so you need to take the LCM. There are so many ways to do it. The first way, which I would suggest over here, multiply the denominators and cross multiply. So in the denominator I got 4 times 1, that's 4, and then cross multiply. So 1 times 1 is 1, and 4 times 6, that's 24. 1 minus 24, that's negative 23 over 4. That is your answer. Or you can write this as a mixed fraction. Now 4 times what goes into 23? That's 5, 3, and 4th, and that is your answer as well. Now in this case, when the leading coefficient of the divisor is not 1, it's going to be complicated to be solved by using synthetic division. In such cases, I would prefer the remainder theorem. So that's how we work with the remainder theorem and synthetic division. Be sure to practice with the worksheet linked in the description. If this video helped, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.